Hi, I'm Stephanie Emmerich, and I'm the manager of digital content here at Boys Town Press. And today we have with us Kim Delude, Boys Town Press author and speech pathologist, to talk about her newest book. So welcome, Kim, and thank you so much for taking time today to talk to us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And it's so much fun to be able to do some of these little virtual interviews and we get to know you better and your readers get to know you better.
I'm always glad to be able to share in any way I can.
Good. Thank you. So why don't we start off with you, if you could just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. So I am a native New Englander, even though I actually hate the cold. I can't move away for some reason. I used to work in marketing and events for a national sports team. It was a lot of fun, but it just wasn't for me long term. So I went back to school and I got my master's. And for the last 6 years, I think it is now, wow, I've worked in a public elementary school in Massachusetts as a speech pathologist.
Wonderful. So how did you get into writing?
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of been writing all of my life. I wrote my first mystery, I think, in like the first grade. It was over a lollipop wrapper. I have no idea what it was actually about otherwise, but I do remember that. And then all throughout college, I would write little stories in the margins of my notebooks. But it wasn't until grad school that I really seriously started doing it. I was working with clients and I couldn't find any materials for them that I thought were a good fit. There was a lot of clinical stuff, but it just wasn't fun and kid friendly. So in my sleep deprived haze, I went home and wrote Freddie down and drew these really bad pictures because I cannot draw. Luckily, Brian Martin does amazing work for that. And then I brought them to the kids and they loved them. So I kept writing them for them and eventually thought, hey, maybe other people would like these, and luckily connected with Boys Town.
You know, that is a very common theme that I have heard from many of our writers is our authors is uh, not able to find what they're looking for to use with their students and their clients. And so, you know, that's where you guys are the best at creating those types of things. So it's awesome that you can share them with us and that you can share them with kids and able to develop them into such wonderful stories.
Thank you.
So when you think about your writing and your stories and how long you've been writing, where do you find your inspiration for the stories you write?
Definitely. Lots of different places. The biggest is probably from my students themselves. I like to, see what it is they're working on, what their goals are, and then find, fun ways to work on that with them and that really don't feel like learning. I like to try to sneak it in for them so I have more engagement. So that's one of the biggest places. But also, honestly, I can hear some funny phrase on the radio and it'll stick in my head and the story will start to develop and I'll go home and write it down and then just keep going back to it until I can see if I can turn it into anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's such a talent. When I read your stories and our other authors' stories, I just think I wish I could do that, and I'm so glad that you guys can.